In the quiet hum of everyday life, we move buy and sell, often unaware of unseen forces shaping our existence. Behind the simple act of exchanging goods lies a profound phenomenon that influences the very fabric of civilization: inflation. Inflation is not merely a number or an economic statistic. It is an invisible law, a relentless force guiding our ambitions. As we watch prices change, we are witnessing the heartbeat of our society. For thousands of years, human beings have grappled with inflation's challenges, and the price of a meal can diminish to that of a drink. Despite centuries of advancement in knowledge and technology, inflation remains a companion, urging us to ask, why? To understand our present, we must first confront the past, marked by not just triumphs but by cyclical patterns of value distribution. Like the fabled 5 blind men who each touch only a part of the elephant, we interpret inflation through limited perspectives. Economists cite central banks, politicians blame globalization, and consumers point fingers at corporations, each valid yet lacking the whole truth. At its core, inflation is a symptom of human nature, reflecting our relentless desire for growth and fears of scarcity. Money transcends its role as a medium of exchange. It becomes a mirror reflecting our dreams and anxieties. Delving deeper, we find that civilization can be distilled into 2 fundamental forces: distribution and valuation. Distribution defines how goods, resources, and wealth are allocated across society, shaping economies and existence. When distribution becomes overly uniform, we inch toward communism, where everyone receives the same share, irrespective of contributions. While this may sound appealing, it leads to a deadened spirit, causing innovation to stagnate and effort lacks reward. Conversely, when distribution tips excessively in favor of a select few, we create an unstable society rife with resentment. The 1% hoard resources while the rest struggle, breeding moral decay and resulting in environmental exploitation. Balance does not lie in absolute equality, but in a balanced asymmetry, where incentives are preserved and fairness prevails. Parallel to distribution is valuation. Fair distribution is essential for stability, as is the accurate valuation of goods. When items are overvalued, they create illusions of wealth, driving speculative bubbles that inevitably burst. Think of trending fads, the latest fashion or cryptocurrency that rise and fall, leaving behind disillusionment. On the flip side, undervaluation leads to stagnation, where great ideas or resources may go unnoticed and unutilized. When society fails to recognize true worth, investment withers away, creating a culture of pessimism. How we value things significantly influences our economy, shaping our future direction. The intricate dance between distribution and valuation does not occur in isolation. They are inextricably linked. Skewed distribution can distort valuation, where few wield power over what is deemed valuable. Conversely, irrational valuations can exacerbate imbalances, privileging some while disenfranchising others. This interplay shapes our economies and our ideologies, influencing culture and technology. At the heart of this narrative lies a simple understanding: the balance between distribution and valuation is crucial. Examining this interplay brings us to a fundamental social act: the transaction of exchange. At its core, a transaction is straightforward. One offers price while the other receives. In such encounters, value appears clear and unmistakable. What is given and received stands in visible contrast. Yet simplicity leads into complexity. Logistical challenges and exporting goods constrain the scope of transactions. Enter currency, society's brilliant solution. Through the abstraction of value into money, transactions became swifter and scalable. Currency revolutionized our economy, allowing value to transcend physical bounds. However, this leap introduced a pivotal shift. Transactions became subjective, value declined. Scarcity can be artificially high, causing prices to rise not from work but from restricted access. For those who really serve as currency, purchasing power allows them to dominate resources and influence the market. This power can set the stage for monopolies to emerge, that society must produce to satisfy these claims. Those who hold capital wield enormous power. They determine what society produces next. Their spending choices dictate the evolution of industries, the direction of innovation, and ultimately our future. This mechanism helps structure and responsibility as we reduction of the spending pursuits rather than investment, more meaningful progress. Ultimately, transactions are not merely exchanges, they guide the trajectory of collective human effort. Each transaction echoes through time, shaping incentives and redistributing effort in society. A fundamental question emerges: what should society work on next? At this juncture, we confront the principle of distribution itself. Patterns of uneven distribution prevail in nearly every facet of life. The notorious 80/20 rule illustrates this reality vividly, where a small percentage often holds a disproportionate share. Recognizing these patterns brings us full circle back to our inquiry into inflation and the forces at play. Inflation is more than an economic puzzle. It is a lens exploring our aspirations, fears, and collective journey. It urges us to reflect. In a world where transactions escalate and distributions fluctuate, how do we ensure progress? Ultimately, the tapestry of our society is woven from delicate threads of inflation, distribution, and valuation. As we navigate this intricate web, let us strive to foster a narrative that champions true worth for all of humanity. How will we choose to shape our shared destiny?